reminds you to proceed with viewer discretion. For within the delightful realms of our romantic comedy, hearts will flutter and giggles shall abound. Kosika hopes you have an absolutely delightful time diving into the whimsical tale of Reincarnated as the Traumatized Princess. I'll just help my flawless sweetheart change the genre. So snuggle up, embrace the sweetness, and let our charming journey begin.
Welcome back to Flavored Enemy, Reincarnated as the Traumatized Princess. I'll just help my flawless sweetheart change the genre. This is our first episode, episode 0, with everyone all here for the first time. So, in celebration of this, I would like for each of you to please introduce yourselves and the character you're playing. You can introduce yourself however you see fit. And tell us a little bit about your character and what brought you here. Arthur, you're up first.
Guess we're going alphabetically. Arthur Alexander. A human, roughly 6 feet tall, with a lean, muscular frame, short, wild red hair, with red eyes and a charming smile. I currently find myself in our wonderful city. I was on I was recently on a shopping trip with a friend of mine, and very suddenly I heard an alarm go off, which is certainly very concerning. I profess myself a knight of Kaldeth, but I've yet to be officially recognized thanks to a incident in my past. But after recovering some of the memories of my previous life, I finally have the ambition to start striving for it again.
Dokuga, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi. I'm Dokuga. I am like roughly 5'7", 5'8", Akia, with some cool green scales, and hey, I got a tail, which is pretty neat. Thanks, doll. You're awesome. I'm wearing some cool, like, flowy, silky, but also, like, regal purple and gold robes, and I am a prince, apparently, which is pretty fucking cool. I ended up here after kind of a tragic accident, and I am taking with me the dedication I had made for my friend Ivy, that I will find her and I will help her become the woman she wants to be. And then he just you'll just have to imagine finger guns, because he's gonna do that. Finger guns.
Araini, you're up next.
So, you see, how tall is, Araini? I'm assuming she'd still be, 5'6", 5'7". She's in kind of a white, dress, kind of, with, a spider web underneath. She's got long black gloves on, kind of white, strewn about hair. She's got goggles on. She would look like a human, except she's got 4 sets of spider arms on top of her 2 regular human arms, and a big ass thorax coming off the back. Yeah, that's our Annie.
All right. Althea, you're next.
Alright, so Althea's a little over 6 foot. Long, white, very, very light hair, white hair. Came here after reincarnated, close to her dream, and just trying to get used to being in a new world and hopefully a fresh start from being so work oriented and get a fresh chance to actually enjoy life.
And lastly, Princess Anastasia von Caldas.
Hi, my name's Rezi. I'll be playing Anastasia, Princess Anastasia von Caldas. Anastasia is about, I guess since we're all starting with height, I would imagine she's probably 5'5", so I want to say she's shorter than almost everyone else. She has long flowing blonde hair. She is a fixture of the castle, so I feel like she's here because she's already here. And then I guess the attack that's happening near the city would affect her, and by the fact that it is literally just outside of the gates, I guess.
And as the thunder kind of booms loudly for all of you and rain starts really starting to pour down, Kelsey, you were left a little bit behind as Deirdre flew ahead towards the city itself. So as you're kind of hustling into the city, can you go to describe yourself and what it is that you're doing on your way into the city from the hot springs?
From the hot springs, yes. I understood the urgency of the situation, so I'm probably running still in my undergarments. I was once a hikikomori called Darby, but now I am a tall and well-built teal-skinned furbolg called Kelsey Darby Cadius. My hair matches the pink of my rosy cheeks, and I also, thanks to shape-shifting magic, have a thick beard as well, and I am carrying my armor on my back, which is this beautiful rose gold plate armor. And I'm wearing a flower crown and clutching at my side a flail, which looks like a bundle of roses. And I'm just rushing, ready to fight, I guess, in my first fantasy battle.
So as each of you are sitting there, each of you individually trying to figure out what's going on, each of you are drawn into the commotion that's happening in the center of town. We'll start over with Princess Anastasia. You, alongside your father, were out and about strolling through the gardens out front of the castle when the rain started to really pour down and you saw the lightning strike. Your father, King Destin, not thinking too much of personal safety or the logistics of how to help against a lightning strike that seems to have started a fire, just starts sprinting in that direction, leaving you to kind of follow behind. So what do you think's going through your head, and what do you think you're doing as you see this lightning strike and this fire starting to spread from the lower class section of the city.
So I would obviously be looking around to see if there's any guards or, any soldiers or anything that she could just quickly grab and give commands. And then what she may do is take a moment to heighten her senses so she can use telescopic sight and then see if there's any way she can see what's going on more clearly, if she can get to somewhere where she has a line of sight on it.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Oof, that's an 11.
So you get up and you find a pretty decent spot to actually get a decent enough vantage point. However, the only thing that you can see is a blue-haired woman holding one of the citizens who runs a meat on a stick cart up by the neck, and him having just struck by lightning. From this distance, you can't really make out any other details besides that.
Okay, so Anastasia will start rushing toward the commotion, again looking to see if there's a guard or a soldier, and then she would let them know the lightning strike appears to be confrontation in town.
Yes, my lady, we're on the way. As you see, they kind of muster their forces and start heading down that direction. And then over there, we'll cut over to Arthur. Arthur, you are about 60 feet away when the big thunder crashes and the lightning flashes, and you see the scene. You see a young blue-haired woman holding one of the citizens up by the neck, him having been struck by lightning, and destroyed food cart, and a cauldron-born kind of behind the blue-haired woman. Would you go ahead and make me an insight check?
Okay. 13.
Okay. You know the guy. You know the meat on a stick guy. His name's Clint. And he is notorious for setting up in the low-income areas on days that he knows he can't make any money, and just refusing service to anyone he doesn't like, just as a way to pass the time.
Jeez.
You also, because it's just barely enough, you also know the blue-haired woman. You know that she is the cerulean lady and a member of the Scaled Council, Seraphina.
Oh. I'm going to turn to Miku, who I was just kissing. I gotta make sure this doesn't get out of hand.
Don't say another thing. I totally understand. Why don't you come and find me at the come find me at the Dark Paw Inn when you're done, if you want to.
Sure. We have to finish what we started. And he kisses her on the cheek and then just walks away.
And she kind of just blushes and scoots back and starts heading off as you approach the situation. With that, we'll cut over to Althea. So Althea, you sensed the change in pressure of the air relatively quickly. and kind of made your way over here. And so you're kind of just sitting up, like on like one of the benches after having watched the lightning strike. So you're about 30 feet away. You see Arthur kind of approaching the situation. What do you do?
Well, I think with knowing that, wanting to still blend in with who Althea was before a little bit and wanting to try to keep the peace, but make my way over there as well and see if I can get a good idea as what's going on with the situation, so I can maybe try to diffuse it and keep it from getting too crazy.
Okay. So you start heading over there, and then that will cut to Dokuga and Kelsey, who both come running up to this situation at the exact same time. And it's basically that scene from this from Spider-Man. It's the meme where you all just kind of surround each other, but also it's like surround Serafina.
They point at each other.
I don't know.
I point. I'm just gonna do it in two different directions, in two different.
Actually,
people.
you know what? Arthur, Dokuga, and Irani. Each of you make insight
Okay.
checks.
You got it, Captain.
14.
I'm so good at those.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Mm-hmm.
26.
Dokuga, you would recognize your two friends anywhere, regardless of whatever fucking world it is.
I immediately, I'm aware that there is a situation going on, but I am temporarily sidetracked, so I am absolutely pointing at these two, and I just start, you literally see me jumping. Oh my god, guys, I know you, guys.
Huh?
Hey, Anna, Arthur, hi.
How do you know my name?
It's me, Colin. I mean,
I
Colin.
I don't think I know you.
Colin?
Colin? No. Yeah.
Colin?
He looks a little nervous. Did Cam or not Cam? Did Dorn and Silver follow me?
Yeah, you see, Dorn and Silver are not. They're on their way there, but you beat them.
And he looks for them for a second. Yeah, Colin. But you can't tell anybody that. I'm currently Dokuga.
Wow. I mean, my name is Arthur, also in this life, so it's a little confusing, but Colin and
I mean,
Arthur
I think it
actually
helps you blend in.
Arthur actually full on goes to hug Dokuga.
You get
you
Colin or Dokuga does
so-
one of those he's wiggling a little bit because he's bouncing from foot to foot in the hug, but he's trying to contain it.
You were gone for months. I went to your funeral, man.
Both of our funerals?
Yeah, Donna, I made it to yours too. You got reincarnated as a spider.
I know, it's so fucking icky.
No, it's specifically because you hate spiders. You've always hated spiders.
I know, that's why it's so fucking icky. So yucky.
Dokuga's gonna pull Irani into the hug as well because she doesn't have a choice.
The Serafina, the blue-haired woman, just steps right in between and says, "Do you know these people, bestie?"
Yes, bestie. These are my besties.
Oh, so we're all besties then too?
Yes, by
The
law.
transitive property
Sure.
of besties, I suppose.
Oh, okay. That works for me then.
As Kelsey is just
bestie, by the
standing
way-
there
Yeah.
in their underwear, just I was prepared for violence. Is violence happening? No? Yes?
You see, there is a charcoaled body on
Oh,
the floor
oh
right
dear.
now.
Oh, it looks like violence already
Honey,
happened.
Serafina,
I mean,
honey, you can't just lightning strike these people.
Well, you can if they deserve
There's
it.
proper murder.
I mean, he.
I mean, he
Ah.
did refuse me service, but
Arthur,
Okay,
perception check.
I'm actually good at perception. Ooh, 23.
Why did he
The king's approaching with Anastasia in tow right now. Like, you've got
everyone,
6
everyone,
seconds.
the king's approaching.
no.
What?
Oh,
Should I put my armor on? It takes like
Just
10 minutes.
something on, not your underwear.
I just
Um,
do. I have
I have underwear on. Is that
for
not
my
appropriate?
robes? Do I have like multiple layers? Is that a thing that you guys decided? Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
take
do.
my robe, like the outer robe, off, and I'm going to give it to the person that is not wearing any clothes right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He just like pats your shoulder.
Did you, by any chance, mention reincarnation?
Yeah, I think
Wait,
that's a
maybe.
word
wait,
for
you're
it.
also reincarnated? Wow, what a.
You,
Alexander.
He,
no.
yeah, he
you
immediately
all as
straightens
well?
up.
Arthur.
Oh, princess.
Anastasia?
He bows respectfully. My lieges.
I should have known that I'd find you at the center of trouble.
She's gonna glare at her father.
I heard the disturbance and came here to investigate.
Even though you are not knighted, you still seek to serve the people. I
Well, I
cannot
mean,
fault you
he
for
was trying
this,
to be
Arthur.
helpful.
It's what my family has
Is Rainy
always
close enough
strived
for me
to
to
do.
like? Is Rainy close enough for me to like kick her in the shin gently?
The leg segment.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah.
that.
Give him the
Yeah, you
thorax,
can.
you know.
I'm gonna do that.
Ow, what?
So, what did happen here?
I guess it's my fault, King Destin. I apologize. You see, I had my bestie here. It's a very honorable title for people who are close to one another. And you see, this vermin here insulted my bestie, and therefore my own honor. And as a member of the Scaled Council, I could not let that stand. I hope you understand. You see King Destin kind of shift himself a little bit. Lady Seraphina, it is good to see you. I hope you are well.
Do I know what the scaled council
Looks
is?
over to you. Look. Yeah, go ahead. Make a history check with advantage.
A -2 to history. Ah, ouch. That's a 5.
Yeah, you have no idea. You see that King Destin kind of looks around and then locks eyes with you, Arthur. Why don't you go ahead and make an insight check?
Okay. 17.
You know that from the look that he's giving you right now, that he is asking you to clarify this in a way where Lady Seraphina can be just let go, let off. He kind of looks to you and says, Alexander, could you please elaborate on the events that took place?
Yes. Well, it would seem that Clint, as he is known to do, refused, and by refusing, verbally assaulted our dear Seraphina's close personal friend and Seraphina moved to intervene.
I suppose then there could be nothing to be done about it. Anastasia, do you have any insight on this?
I could only see from far away that Seraphina was holding the man up. It is like the man is Clint like completely corpsed?
Oh yeah, he's a charcoal
Okay.
skeleton at this point.
I suppose we should have the remains brought to his family.
That seems only
As
right.
far as I am aware, his only family is his ex-wife who went through a very bitter divorce with him, so I'm not sure how welcome she is to receive them, but we'll certainly try.
You see King Destin kind of grit his teeth a little bit, as you can tell that he's very much so outside of his comfort zone with kind of bending like this. And he kind of looks to you, Arthur. Will you see the remains delivered? I will send Princess Anastasia as envoy so that a member of the royal court can be there to express things.
Yes, Your Highness. I would be happy to perform this task for you.
And perhaps take the rest of these folk with you to explain the events that took place.
Yes, Your Highness.
And, dear Anastasia, if you would like, you could extend the invitation for the People's Ball tonight to these fine folk here for coming to our city's defenses.
Yes, of course. I would welcome you all to the People's Ball tomorrow night at the castle.
Well, I am off to inform your mother. Please see this done, and
Yes, sir.
Arthur, do not fail me twice. As he walks
No,
away.
sir.
When he walks away, I'm gonna lean towards Arthur a little bit. Is this ball like prom?
Yeah, balls are a little bit like a prom. They're usually a type of celebration or dance. You know, you wear fancy clothes. And...
I
Bring a
love
date,
prom.
right? You bring a date,
Ooh.
right? That's a thing you do.
you know, if you have one.
That sounds enticing.
Oh yeah.
I think I know.
It would be very similar to prom.
Dokuga's gonna like turn that color, whatever color it is that he does when he blushes. I think I know who I should ask. It'd be fun. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my bestie.
Oh, you're gonna be there, bestie?
You mean? Yeah, I'm going. The rest of my family will be there too. So
Nice.
I'll curtsy to Lady Seraphina and say, "Of course, we were definitely
Also,
expecting you."
I'm gonna like throw an arm around Seraphina's shoulder. And thanks for standing up for my bestie. Our bestie. Shared bestie.
feel
Well, I
that
mean-
kind of. You feel that kind of shock go through your arm as your arm kind of gets locked into place through the static electricity.
Oh no.
He's like, yeah, of course. Oh, sorry. As she kind of eases and relaxes and your arm gets feeling back.
That's all right. Yeah.
Oh,
Seraphina.
since I was supposed to inform you after my arrival and I got a bit sidetracked, I was supposed to inform His Royal Highness. The twin Golden Lord and Lady will both be attending. It should be the first time that they have both been here at the same time.
I know anything about these people?
Gold.
Make a history check.
May I make a history check as well based on
Sure.
the vision
Sure.
that
Yeah.
I had? Oh, that's a dirty 20.
I rolled a
All
26
right.
on history.
Okay.
Anna doesn't know
So
anything.
we'll start with what Kelsey knows. So Kelsey, you know that the Golden Lord and Lady are twin members of the Scaled Council. They both rule over the barony of Varosia, where the capital of Lovac is. They are both extremely powerful, and usually they tackle problems separately. They never usually show up to the same to the same place together. Orin, the brother, is like a strategist kind of person, very smart and intelligent, but ruthless. Aurelia is the militant and extremely violent and aggressive one.
Good to know. Good to know. Fun to have
Arthur,
a ball with them.
the additional information that you have is that Seraphina is about 4 or 5 stages below them in terms of power within the Scaled Council. They lead the Scaled Council, and it is said that they are both essentially the equivalent of great worms.
Oh, wow.
Golden
That's
dragons.
a lot. Wow, both of them in the same place at the same time. That,
Oh. I also smell as she kind of looks up to the sky. Oh, hi, Deirdre. As you see a black silhouette completely darken the sky, as you see this huge black dragon above head.
Deirdre of the Black Scale.
I have the Steven Universe eyes.
As you see that
I get the feeling that dragons exist in this place. Just a hunch.
you see that the black scales kind of meld into this poisonous cloud and just straight up drops out of like a quarter mile above. Deirdre just hits the ground feet first and just dusts off her legs.
The Steven
She's so
Universe
badass.
eyes intensify.
Oh, hey. Did I miss something? Oh, Seraphina, why is there a corpse?
We're
sorry?
resolving the situation. No need to worry.
Okay.
Welcome to our fair kingdom.
You
Yeah,
okay, Dokuga?
You're a dragon.
No shit, Dokuga.
That's pretty cool.
Why the fuck are you here?
Oh, and then he like stands up like straight and serious. I'm here because of trying to make an alliance. Yeah.
You realize that Kadir's gonna be here in like an hour, right?
I do now.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good, is that?
But I happen to know any reason why this would be bad.
Make a history check.
Rest in pieces. That's a 3.
Yeah, no. Maybe you owe him money?
I choose not to say anything else.
Well-
Weapons of calm.
Colin, I know that apparently the form I've taken on also has some beef with Kadir. So perhaps we both share a beef.
Form?
I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, am I missing something here? Do you guys know each other?
No, I just remember, Deirdre, you had said that Kelsey had beef with... Oh, wait, are we...
She knows then.
No, they're...
I wasn't sure if you were sharing that.
With these people, because they apparently are kind of doing the same thing, I guess.
Okay, this is getting really complicated.
Is there anything that I could help with? It seems like you are all in a complicated
That's a
situation.
word for it.
Why don't I get Seraphina and the two of us can head back to the Dark Paw Inn and leave y'all to sort it out. You guys
I'm
can
gonna
come
like
get
raise
us
my
whenever you
hand
need
like
us.
I'm in school still.
Okay,
I have
your
a
hand down,
question. I have a
Toki.
question.
Yes?
Okay, so she knows then, right? That like, and he's like looking at Kelsey. She knows then about the whole like anime thing, right? Where we all like died and like are not dead anymore because we're in somebody else's body.
Anime
anime-
we come
the-
from.
Are,
Oh, we
no,
probably all
you,
go
no,
to the same place.
no, you're not dead or like constructs. You haven't been animated. I guess you might be dead.
We died, then we didn't, then we
Yeah,
undied.
that's
It's
the
an
word I was
isekai.
looking for. Yeah.
What's an
There we
isekai?
go.
Okay, yeah, no.
Anime. All right,
see-
yeah.
You see
Anime.
that you see that Deirdre just kind of grabs Seraphina by the hand
Wait,
and just slowly walks
Why
away.
should I be concerned
Bye,
about this
bestie.
person? This Katie? Kadir. Yes, why should I be
Kadir.
concerned about Kadir?
Dear, he. Okay, I'm just gonna run with the
Yeah,
fact that
pretend
maybe
I
you
lost
lost
my
your
memory.
and go from there. Sure. Kadir banished you from the kingdom after taking the seat of this guild council
Motherfucker.
of the Verdant Lord. And the reasoning exactly for your banishment is unknown, although a lot of people think it has something to do with your refusal to allow him to marry your sister.
Is he an asshole? Because I wouldn't let an asshole marry my sister.
You see the two of them kind of look at each other and then look to you and almost in unison say, he has a differing
An
set
asshole.
of views.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
So a scumbag.
Sounds like it. Deirdre, would I be able to find you at the inn later?
Yeah, Seraphine and I are gonna go there and kind of just get everything set before the rest of our siblings get here.
Understood.
Bye, bestie.
I guess you were all gonna go hide a
we're
body?
going to deliver it to.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
No.
I think we should just spread it on the
hold on.
on a stick thing.
I'm going
We
to
don't
go
do that.
get like a cloak or like sheet or tarp to wrap the body in from just the nearest general store I could buy a tarp
Okay.
from.
Althea, you
I
see
will-
Kosaka kind of looks over at you and says, "What are we? Like chopped pistachios or something?"
Well, I wasn't quite sure what was going on at the moment, if there was much to intervene with, but it seems to have calmed down now. And it seems the majority of these fine folks here, you all are in much of the same situation I am.
Yeah? Did you die? Like, meet the doll?
Oh yes, the doll.
Yeah, she gave me this new shade of eyeshadow called Doll Fist. I didn't
What'd you
appreciate it.
do?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, Kosaka's an angel of the doll.
I'm gonna wave at Kosaka.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I would like
Is that
to
why
give
you're
Kosaka
so adorable?
Aw, you're
high
so
five.
cute. Thank you. You
I
see
will
Kosaka
get
misses.
to her level and then offer her another high five.
She finally lands it, and you see she's got just like pistachio-covered
Pistachios are
hands.
pretty good. I like pistachios. Yeah. I have to get some.
Trust me, Kosaka needs all the brain food because otherwise Kosaka's brain just
That's a
doesn't
good
work.
idea.
We just got to remember where we drop those shells.
That's a good idea. Maybe I should really invest in some pistachios. I'm always being told that I'm kind of dumb.
I mean, you're smarter than
Apparently.
me. And Irani's gonna sneeze and shoot a web
What
out
did
on
you say
accident.
to the doll?
So I want to point out, are y'all just talking in the middle of the
Arthur
street?
went to go get
I
the
think
cart,
so.
No,
and
I feel like
then-
we're
Seems that way.
Why do we walk away?
Yeah, we're waiting for Arthur to come back before we start moving the body. So we're talking in the meantime. And then
Okay.
once the body gets we're gonna walk. Well, I asked the doll if there was gonna be spiders on Vittori, and she told me, "Ugh, I hate you," and then punched me. And apparently I'm cursed because I look like this, and she uses all 6 arms to wave up and down.
I mean, I don't know. I
doesn't
think it looks like
sound
a
like-
cool form.
That doesn't sound like
I mean,
the doll
I-
that I
The
know.
doll gave me tea, and
Yeah, well, I mean,
they didn't really understand what Nikes were, but I got this cool sword.
I was stuck in a. You guys got cool stuff.
Ooh.
I mean, I was in an alley earlier, and like I threw up my hands because these guys were coming at me, and I said back up, and threw up my hands, and all of a
That's
sudden
cool.
thunder showed up. Can you get a load of that? The skies are clear.
Dokuga gets the
That
Steven
is pretty
Universe
cool.
eyes again. I want to see the lightning hands.
perhaps
Well, it's not lightning.
Arthur, you come back to I want to see
mean,
the lightning
after what
hands.
just happened.
I mean,
I think we've
that
had
was
enough
me.
lightning
Um,
hands.
Arthur will wrap up the body, and he's like,
Oh, wait a minute. Has it been a minute?
It has.
Fuck. All right. I realized I had Revivify a smidge too late, so I was gonna slap him with a Revivify.
what?
Oh no! Nothing of value was lost.
I
Yeah.
think we may have
I
been too far
tried.
gone for Revivify, but
Oh,
Maybe.
I also had
Yeah,
that the whole
um,
time.
Oops.
I also
Oops.
encountered
Oops.
the doll, and I encountered someone a lot less pleasant. But I suppose we can talk about that as we're walking.
Yeah, do tell. The deeds, homeboy.
Well,
Hey.
before I left, I met a man named... Well, it wasn't a man. He called himself Cohen, but he later said that his truer name was the Advisor. And,
Oh,
I remember Cohen and the Advisor.
I only got
oh,
the second one myself. Seemed pretty nice. He made me these mittens. I hold up the
He
mittens
killed
that the
my
advisor
father.
knit for me.
I got the doll only. Oh.
Oh no!
I mean, your
that's not
dad wasn't
good.
exactly the best, but I can't really talk much. My mom just watches Judge Judy and gets drunk.
he didn't deserve to die like that.
Oh no!
And you see that, like, Arthur just kind of freezes for a moment before he kind of shakes it off and continues.
Can I give him a hug? I'd like to give him a hug.
Oh.
Anastasia would like kind of like between stepping forward to give him a hug and then also like stopping herself because she doesn't know how he feels about her right now, so she's just kind of like in a clipping motion where she's stuck between two frames.
Oh no!
He'll pat Dokuga's back
Um,
to signify to let him go. Thank you. I guess we should just kind of stick to our new names, shouldn't we?
Yeah, for now. I haven't exactly told my guys that I'm
Oh.
not
Now.
Dokuga.
Well, it works for me either way. I've always been Arthur.
I mean, I just woke up in an alley, so
Lord Dokuga, I see you have resolved the
hmm.
issue. Dorn approaches. You see he
I
smacks his head against the
I
ground
stand up
as soon as he
like
reaches you.
Oh,
all and regally yet again as soon as Dorn approaches. I can't take credit for this one. A pretty lady called Serafina took care of it, and she's pretty cool.
You see Silver arrives next and bows graciously. That's our Lord Dokuga, never leaving one for us. I could not think of serving anyone better.
So these are my guards, Dorn and Silver. He points at them, introducing them to everybody else. And this is
Are you
yes, I
friends
am.
of our Lord Dokuga?
I am Arthur Alexander of the Alexander
Yeah.
family. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You see,
We've only just met. I'm
You-
Princess Anastasia Elaine von Kaldeth, the first princess of the Kingdom of Kaldeth, daughter of King Destin Archibald von Kaldeth and Queen Ygritte Enora von Kaldeth. She'll curtsy.
you see once again, Dorn
Honoring.
just smacks his head against the ground right in
oh
front of you. You see it
can't
draw
forget-
blood as he kind
Oh
of
boy,
keeps it there.
that's-
left
no,
Dorn so
it's
much.
not good for your head.
Lady Anastasia, my apologies for not recognizing you upon our arrival. It is my blatant disrespect that should go punished.
I would never punish you for that. Clearly, this situation was a priority.
His head is still like almost buried in the ground.
Please rise.
As you wish. As he raises his head, and you see just
Has
blood
he
dripping
taken
down
damage
his
from
face.
this?
She'll like pat his
Can
head
I-
with like a
Oh yeah,
handkerchief or
100%.
Can I
Like
pat
actual
him on the
damage?
head and
Actual
restore,
damage, yeah.
Restore some HP? Lay on hands? Let's
Yeah,
go
sure.
5.
How much you pumping in there? You see his wounds close up as he looks to you and says, Lord Dokuga,
I
I
can't
am
have
forever
my
grateful.
guys walking around with holes in their heads. Need you at your best form.
As you wish, Lord Dokuga. Say, Lord Dokuga, what would you like Silver and I to accomplish now that you have laid waste to your enemies here?
Well, I've just been invited to a ball. So I'm gonna need, and he's gonna like pull Dorn and Silver over to the side and like kind of whisper. He's going to tell, he's gonna tell them
Yes,
that he
yes.
needs them
Understood.
to get him some nice ball clothes ready and to call for Cam. Thanks.
As you wish, Lord Dokuga. I will request Cam's presence to the ball on your behalf. It is my great honor, as he says loud enough for
Thanks.
everyone there to hear. And then smacks his head into the ground.
And then
Consider him invited.
And then I'm gonna look at Silver. You make sure you get him some nice flowers.
Oh, gladly. Make sure this happens, Lord Dokuga. Perennials?
I like out of character, can't remember ever which one is which, perennials or annuals, and I'm going to transfer this to Colin with his 6 intelligence. Sure, perennials. Thank you.
Understood. If you'll excuse
nod.
us, Lord Dokuga. As both of them back away, Arthur, you have this body in a body bag kind of slung over your shoulder right now.
Walking and talking, but yeah.
Looking like a
yes,
Grim Reaper
certainly.
Santa Claus.
I guess as he is walking, he notices the princess again, and as he's walking, just kind of Your Highness, you're a reincarnated person as well?
Yes, you can still just call me Anna.
Yeah, and, you can...
She'll, like, step up close to him so that way
And,
they can
you can
talk more directly.
still just call me Arthur. I still don't like being called Artie.
I wouldn't dream of calling you a name you wouldn't prefer. So I take it some of these people here are friends from your previous
Aurelie
life?
and Dokuga were friends of mine back in my previous life, and as I'd said before, funnily enough, my name was also Arthur. Yeah,
Oh, that's lucky.
For me, I was, it's a weird experience being reincarnated, because on the one hand, I was me, but I was also this new Arthur, and I think I just kind of grew up into a sort of mix of the two, if that makes sense. Was
I can
it
understand that.
the same?
It's similar for me as well. I remember much of my previous life. Some of it has influenced me in this life. I wonder if that's the sort of thing that the doll expected of us.
Tough to say what these, deities really think at one time, or at any given point in time.
That's for sure.
I
missed you.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's my father.
As they're walking, Arthur will, take off one of his gloves and, show that, like, his right hand has a, deep scar in it, and he says, you didn't see it, but I got this fighting off the Crocolisk. I asked the healer attending me not to completely heal it because I didn't want to forget. Not that I ever could, really, but...
That time was hard for me as well. You don't need to hold it against yourself, though. That was my fault. You told me what to do. I didn't listen.
Hey.
You were right. You did everything right.
Well, maybe, but I certainly didn't do it. I didn't do enough right.
What more could you have done? Tried to blindfold me while something was biting your
my
leg?
Shirt or something.
Seriously, don't continue to beat yourself up over it. You can't save me from
Doesn't
myself.
mean I don't want to try.
I can respect that.
You see Kosika kind of hovering behind the two of you, just writing everything down.
Hmm?
You see little Kosika just kind of
I
flying
heard.
in
I was
between.
just in character. Sorry.
Yeah, just you can just ignore it, Kosika.
No. You didn't seem to like being ignored just a few moments ago. What you writing?
Can I try to peek at her
Stories?
notebook?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Do I need to roll an insight? I know she's like
26.
trying to hide something from me.
You don't have. Yeah, that's an automatic fail.
Oh
Do you
man,
read Celestial?
that's for spoken languages. Dang it. No, I don't read Celestial, but I could speak it.
You can tell it's celestial, but you can't tell what it is.
She was writing earlier too. She likes to write.
Uh-huh.
What are you
Kosika's a
writing?
writer. Huh?
So what's your
She
writing?
said she's writing a story.
Yeah, Kosika's writing a
story?
story.
Anna, do you still read
What's the story?
or do you read Celestial at all?
It's a...
Can I try to snatch the notebook from Kosika's
I do.
hands?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Nat 20!
Can I assist by distracting Kosika?
Yep. Oh my god.
Don't need it.
So
Go ahead and describe what happens.
Aurelie just like taps on Kosika's shoulder, and in that split second, I take it and then hand it to Anna. So what's it say?
Give that back! Give that back!
Anna's
Kosika
going to
needs
like
that!
hold her hand over the front page and say, Kosika, would you like people to read your writing?
Okay,
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
done
I didn't.
yet.
You're not ready for a first opinion?
No. Kosika's not ready for first opinion.
I'm sorry, Kosika.
All
I
right,
didn't
well, here
mean
you
to
go
be
then.
Rude. That was mean of me.
He was
You
just
see-
being playful.
Kosika sticks her tongue out at you, flies towards Althea and up
Oh,
Althea's hat. Like
okay.
into Althea's wizard hat and up into it.
oh,
No.
I was not expecting that.
neither was I, and I just kind of lifting it up just a little bit. Are you okay in there, Kosika?
You just hear the sound of munching
I'm
pistachios
so
and light
sorry,
sobbing.
Kosika.
Oh,
Oh
I
no.
didn't mean to bully you.
Are we at the place where the body's gotta be?
Yeah, you guys are
like
You guys are
walking.
walking. You guys are walking
Did
for
Arthur-
a little bit across the
Did Arthur
across
steal
the
her
town,
book while
across the
carrying
city
a
itself.
body?
Is it a body? Is it just dust?
I feel like it's probably just a charcoal skeleton in a
Yeah,
bag. at this
it's a
point.
charcoal skeleton in a bag slung over Arthur's
Kosika.
shoulder.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys are walking for a bit, and you reach the shack of the ex-wife of Clint, who it lives just on the other side of the city's graveyard. But the thing that really catches your interest, all of you, is on the other side of the graveyard, like where you guys are at currently. There is a line of temples, and one of them you see gracing the front is the symbol of the doll.
Oh, I was told about that one. Do you all feel we
yes,
should
certainly,
maybe
after we deliver
pay our
the body.
respect?
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, like,
Fair.
No,
don't worry, guys.
Sure.
I'll do the
Yeah,
talking
let
since
me
that
just
happened.
I vote.
But
I, for one, would
know
love to
what
hear what you have to
happened.
say.
Donna, talk to people because Donna, let's just face it, you're not good at talking to people. And
It's
Arthur
Rainy, not Donna.
just bullied a small
I'm
angel.
incredible
I
at
wasn't
talking to
trying
people.
to bully them.
Colin,
But you did
Sure.
anyways.
it
You're
was
right,
a
I'm
It
team
wasn't very
effort.
nice. It was
I
a
feel
little
terrible
bullying.
now.
But let me do the
No,
talking,
no,
because my
no,
bestie was the one that
Rainy,
smited
I
no.
feel
that
like
man
that's
in the
exactly
street.
why you
You
shouldn't
shouldn't.
talk to them.
Just why don't
That's exactly
But
why
it's
you
the
shouldn't tell
truth.
them.
Provide us with a little color on
Ah,
what you might say.
Donna is gonna start like walking towards the side of the house, but she's gonna accidentally
Oh,
cast spider
okay,
climb and just kind of walk up the side of the house.
Oh no. Oh, that is ominous.
yeah.
All right.
Rainy, the door is right here.
I'm
Miss
I don't want
Rainy.
to hear it. She's just gonna walk up the side of the house to the roof,
You need
not
to
even
watch where
realize
you're
she's walking up
going,
the
Rainy.
wall. I did, and apparently
So,
this ground is very, very long.
so, Princess Anastasia, make me a insight check with advantage.
Oh. Okay, that's a 25.
You know Clint's ex-wife and whose house you're at right now, and you feel this is going to be a pretty easy conversation to have. You've met her a couple of times in the past, and you also know that walking on her house is probably really not a good idea.
Hey, Miss Rainy, would you mind looking down at your feet real quick?
She's gonna be like sideways on the wall, almost about to crest the top of the house. Gonna look down. What?
Okay, now take
Oh,
a look around you.
oh no, guys, the ground turned.
no, you're on the wall. You're on the wall.
We can.
What?
You-
What?
Jump.
What do
No,
you
Down,
the
mean
jump.
ground
ground
Give me a
turned.
turn?
cheer. Give me a cheer.
I don't want to. Oh, I
Get off.
mean, if you're asking for yeah, give me a T for team, and she jumped.
Make an acrobatics check.
Am I good at those? 18.
Yeah.
18 for team.
What pose do you take as you land?
I'll do the splits. On the side house.
With like all the limbs, or
Yeah, like because I'm assuming I just have like 2 regular legs and then 4 spider arms.
Mhm.
So I'll do like the splits and I'll do like the Y, but have all like, 6 arms out of the Y.
I love it. As you just hear this slow, like, smacking of wood together, as you see a very old, mossy-covered looking Spriggan sitting on the porch of this house. Well, I'm sure glad that you thought that my house looked like a good diving board.
I mean, it's not really a diving board. I mean, I'm
Is
swearing
that in
what
the
a
background?
house is.
Miss Rainy here was not used to, was not looking where she was walking. I'm sorry to bother you today. We wanted to bring you, well, Clint has passed and you are his next of kin. So we thought perhaps you would like to decide what to do with his remains.
So, Clint's dead, huh? And it falls to old Gertrude to take care of it, huh?
Only if you prefer.
How much does it cost?
I hadn't considered the cost. Do I know how much something like this would cost? I feel like she wouldn't have any idea how much things cost.
Why don't you make a history check for me?
That's a 15.
You know that burials in the actual city graveyard are free. However, any kind of special burial denoted towards like a particular religion or wish usually costs extra, some way, shape, or form.
Well, the burial would be free in the city cemetery. If there was a particular ritual or a deity that you followed, you may be able to provide a donation for that special rite to be performed.
Well, you had me at free. Well, one less piece of shit in Lubomier's,
Normally,
huh?
I'd say it's wrong to speak ill of the dead, but he never really followed that advice himself, did he?
Oh, speaking of which, by the way, Arthur, tell your pesky grape attendant, whoever maintains that guy who's got all the arrow wounds in his legs, tell him to stop trying to court me, okay? I've had enough marriages to
Schmitty?
last a millennia.
There's so much information
yeah,
all at once.
If you want, I'll tell Schmitty that you're simply not interested. Okay. He will set the body down on the ground, I guess.
Anything else, princess?
I believe that would be all for today. We're sorry to have brought this bad news to you.
Yeah, bad news. Asshat still hadn't filed the paperwork, so looks like I'm getting the life insurance.
All's well that ends well, I suppose.
That kind of sounds like good news to me.
Okay, well, good day to you, good Miss Gertrude.
Good day, princess. As she just kind of like kicks the body to make sure that it's not moving.
I suppose we head to the temple.
What do y'all do from here?
Donna's gonna stop sliding down the side of the house while still in the splits, and then she's gonna stand up and then walk that side of the house. That was like weird.
That was pretty cool, I have to say.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. Could be because I'm part spider.
Yeah,
Well, there's
the spider
also
thing
magic
tracks.
in
Give a
this
shudder.
world.
Oh, like the stuff that the
How long have you all been in this form then? Because it's been like less than a day for me.
yeah, it's been like
I was
half an hour.
No, you go.
Piloting. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I woke up in an alley, got jumped. There were weird incidents of thunder, and then I met Serafina, and then I told her about Clint, and then she did her thing, and that's when you guys showed up.
I've also been here just
a few hours for me as well.
I
Oh wow.
I was
also killed something.
I was fully reborn
And that
as
sounds
Arthur.
fun.
But the majority of my memories didn't come back to me until just a short while ago.
My earliest memories are probably running through the fields and the gardens as a small child. Prior, of course, other than my prior life, which I still remember much of.
Well, that's got to be something important then, that
Yes.
we're all here together, right?
Yes, let's go
In the
return to
temple,
that
yeah.
symbol of the doll and pay our respects and
Yeah.
see if she has guidance or they
Yeah.
have guidance for us.
I mean, I don't think they'll guide me much unless it's with the other fist.
You could you
You
Still
never know.
upset about that.
yeah you
Maybe
could take
they'll
this
be
opportunity to
ready to give you another
apologize.
chance.
Remember that one time where you like
Me.
shoved somebody in a locker and like you almost got like a 30-day suspension,
Oh yeah,
but
I
then
did
you like
the time.
apologized to the principal for calling her a bitch, and so she gave you 15 days
I
of
mean, she was
suspension
totally
instead.
acting like
This
it.
could be like that. Like you apologize to the doll and like the doll doesn't make you more spidery or some weird shit.
I mean, I feel
Never
like this
say
is as
that.
far as I can go in terms of spider. I mean, if it gets worse, then yeah, I mean that's true. If apparently this magic exists, then like it could be possible. I guess go to the temple.
I will
Maybe
be
I'll
there with you.
apologize.
I will sit next to
I
you.
don't know.
He just like pats her shoulder. Welcome, bestie.
Thanks, Bessie.
Oh, really quick before we
Let's go
move
see the
on,
doll.
guys. Has anybody seen or met another person that's also been reincarnated? Like their name probably would have been Ivy.
No.
Does that sound familiar to any of us?
Arthur and Anastasia can both roll me insight.
17.
A very key roll here.
21.
Anastasia, you know of one person named Ivy. You don't know if they were also reincarnated here or anything like that. But you do know someone named Ivy, right around your age. She is a fellow aristocrat like yourself, a similar in station to Arthur. You met her traveling in the kingdom of Avakar. She's about your age. She is a wood elf. And she is rather aloof, but also pretty sporty, from what you remember of her.
I remember meeting someone named Ivy. She's probably the same age of a land-owning family. I met her in Avakar while traveling through. I don't know if she's still in Avakar or if she was traveling as well.
Come up to you and looking very serious. Do you have any way to like get a hold of her?
I mean, maybe not immediately. We could see if
Please.
there is someone who could write a letter.
Please. I will pay you.
I'm sure we could
Whatever
track
you
her down.
need. Whatever needs to happen, I need to give her.
I think we share
Thank
a
you.
deep enough bond being reincarnated. I don't think you need to pay me.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, I will definitely look into that for you.
As all of you reach the Temple of the Doll, kind of all just kind of meander in through the doors, and you're greeted with a rather open-looking space, these beautiful rainbow-stained glass windows, kind of illuminating the light throughout and focusing it and spreading it throughout to make the light evenly distributed amongst the space. There are curved pews, kind of arcing around the central stage the podium's at, and there is only one other person in here. You can see that she is about 5'9", kind of longer red hair that's kind of tied back in this loose ponytail, like a high loose ponytail, and wearing this red loose fitting top and these black loose fitting pants, and she's just head bowed and facing the podium itself.
Right.
Do I know about what time it is?
Right now it is about 8 p.m.
Okay. So I guess as she enters, I'll say, good evening. We're here to pay our respects to the doll as well. Are you a priestess?
You see, she kind of looks over her shoulder and smiles. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to intrude. I just thought I'd come and pray. I can
Oh,
get
not
out
at
of your
all. In
hair.
fact, we're the ones intruding. You needn't leave.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
Arthur, make me a history check.
21.
Princess Stasia, you can make one too.
Which check?
History.
History? Okay.
Hmm?
Yeah. 7.
Arthur, you're on a roll. You recognize her. Hihakia, the Scarlet Lady of the Scaled Council.
No. You're
I can
perfectly fine, my lady.
I can get out of your hair.
And he bows, or well, he doesn't fully bow, but he does like nod respectfully, because they're in a church and would be awkward to bow to anyone other than the altar or deity. Out.
You see that Hakia's eyes kind of flare angrily, and as you see a little bit of smoke and flame come out of the corner of her mouth. Really, it's okay.
What?
I'm just leaving anyways.
Then have a good evening, lady.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting.
As she kind of
Can
side
I roll an
eyes you,
insight as to
Arthur,
what
and then
that's
walks
about?
out.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, go ahead,
10.
make an insight check.
May I also roll insight?
Yeah, you can roll an insight as well.
Dang.
Arthur, you're not exactly too sure what that was about.
I also rolled a 10.
Oh.
Yeah, you're also not too sure what that was about. Anyone else want to roll insight on this?
I have a passive 24. Should I roll it?
Yeah,
I'll try.
please roll.
What are we rolling? Insight?
Insight, yeah.
I'll try as
28.
well.
Did you say 28?
Yes.
Damn.
Hey, you
7.
made the character.
I got 21.
So, Princess Anastasia, you able to piece it together pretty quickly that was in fact Lady Hahakia, especially after the whole fire thing. Lady Hahakia is the military might of Lovak, someone who is extremely strong-willed and temperamental and powerful. And y'all just walked in her praying to the god of love. And then recognized who she was. So you were able to ascertain that she may think that you have seen a weakness in her of some kind. Basically, this notion that you have saw her in a weak state.
Yeah, I'll keep that to myself for now, unless anybody seems particularly worried about it.
I think he'd wait
I'm
till
sure
after
Arthur
we
will be in
left
5
if
minutes.
he can
So
clock that you clocked it. Yes.
Anyway, let's
actually
say our
before
prayers
Arthur
and
kneels,
give our respect.
he'll turn to Althea and he's like, might I speak to your hat for a moment?
Oh, yeah, not a problem. I was actually. Oh.
You see the hat just opens up in the middle of the
Kosaka, I'm
section
very
and sticks
sorry.
a tongue out at you.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Please accept this as an apology, because I know, they have a really, he hands Kosaka, a coupon for that, ice cream place that Miku works at. And he says, I had some earlier today. They have a really good pistachio. I know you'd like it. And again, I'm very sorry.
You see the hat kind of open up in the middle of the section, a hand reach out from it, pull the coupon in, and then stick a small torn piece of paper from the book in your hands. And it's literally just a drawing of you and Anastasia looking at each other in your eyes from when you guys were first saw each other down
of me
at
and
the
princess?
incident. It's literally that scene just sketched.
Oh. Yep. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, when we were looking across
Kosaka, this is really
the
good.
confrontation. Yeah.
You're a fantastic artist. He tries to offer it back, but when the hat doesn't open up, he's like, "Oh, I guess this is a gift." Again, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I hope we can be friends.
Is it...
Althea, you feel a knock on the top of your head.
We're out of pistachios.
I can get you some more later. Is it okay if I take my hat off for now? I kind of feel it might be a little rude to keep it on.
Okay, and then Arthur will
yeah,
kneel and
Kosaka
pray
can come
near
out.
the altar of the doll, properly.
Okay. So starting off from Rainy, what are you doing in here?
Rainey's gonna walk up to the front. And she's gonna sit down in a pew. And then she's gonna mumble faintly under her breath, "Sorry for being a jerk. I was scared. Spiders scare me." And then she's gonna kind of eye everybody else, waiting to see who else finishes. So that way she could be like not the first one done, but
As promised,
Dokuga,
I'm gonna
what are
sit
you doing?
next to Rainy, but like I feel like Arthur and Rainy maybe have seen Dokuga, Colin, get as serious as he gets this moment, like a very small handful of times, because he's not a very serious person. But like, as he's praying, it's like kind of quiet and to himself and not out loud, but he is going to like pray to the doll and like thank them for everything that they've done and for bringing like he and his friends together, and also like hopes and prays maybe that this connection um, with the princess will help him find Ivy. And yeah, he's gonna stay like that for a little bit, and he's just gonna sit there and listen in case the doll speaks back. She doesn't expect it, but it's always good to listen.
Kelsey, what about you?
I think Kelsey, for a moment, is going to drop the disguise self, and just appear as Kelsey, kind of in the same way that someone might take a hat off, and just kneel and say, "Thank you for this. I've experienced more in a few hours than I have in years. And to know that I'm not alone in sharing this gift is an even greater one than the one I've already been given." Alright. Thank you.
Althea? Althea, what do you do?
Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna kneel down and pray as well and say, thank you, doll, for this opportunity. I feel like I blew my first few hours here, wanting to get straight back to working again, but seeing others being here as well, I'm going to try to treat it as a true new start here on out, and thank you for sending Kosuka with me as well. But it really has been nice to have her know your face.
You see Kosuka beside you is just kind of like polishing some of the spots on the altar and whistling.
After I finish, I'll help her polish some spots too. I'm really glad you're here, Kosuka.
Yeah, Kosuka's glad I'm here too.
Princess Anastasia?
So I will find a place to stand while everyone moves up closer to pray. And she will maybe sit in one of the pews. I give my words to the doll. I must have passed by here 1,000 times over the years. I think you made yourself known for a reason when we all arrived. Thank you for your guidance and your gifts. I pray that we can take a path that will make you proud.
And
Arthur will first, he will also kind of kneel near the altar and very quietly to himself say, to himself and the doll, thank you for your gifts, thank you for your guidance, and sorry if I offended you and Kosuka. I didn't mean to. I just I'm kind of worried being back with her again that I'll screw that up, but thank you, and could help me find Keiko as well, I would appreciate it. But you've already done so much for me. I don't expect anything. I just thank you. And
Well, fancy seeing all you here.
Who are you?
Oh, hello.
As you all see, just sitting up, like on top of the podium, you see in a long gray button-up suit with a black tie, a white mask with black X's across it, and this black hair with white horns jutting out from it. This very demonic looking figure.
I
will gasp at the sight.
leap forward and try to punch him.
Can I stop him from punching?
Dokuga, what?
Still in a temple, my guy.
I think
Yeah,
Arthur kind of lets himself be grappled by Dokuga.
Ah, well, it's good to see ya. How's everyone doing?
Well, like, I don't know you.
Ah, don't worry, we're gonna fix that, 3.
Are you referring to, like, this? And she pulls out the card. And she gives it, like, a little shake.
Wait, the 3.
Yeah, like, when I woke up in that alley and I took my bag, I found this weird book, this armor and stuff, and then this weird card. And she's gonna shake the card again. Don't know what it does, though.
I
Wow,
haven't heard your
you're-
voice in a long time.
It's good to see you, princess. Not letting that temper get the best of ya, are ya?
Not yet.
And how you doing,
Arthur's not
Arthur?
going
You
to
like the new
try that
folks?
on.
Such a cold shoulder from such a fiery red-headed son of a, what is it, tycoon? Yeah, he'd be a tycoon, right? Well, he was a tycoon. Now he's more like a whirlpool at the bottom of the ocean. So, I suppose y'all are wondering why I'm here.
That and who you might be.
Right.
Oh, sure, I forgot I haven't fully introduced myself. I am the advisor. Demon Prince of Ambition, Prince of Destruction.
Huh. What brings you here? Tormenting people?
Oh, you lot do. I have words that I would like to share with you. Well, words that kind of tie together in a sort of quest do it kind of thing. Optional, of course. This isn't some sort of you have been commanded kind of situation.
What are these words that you would provide us? This request?
There is an island named Demon's Point. Ironically named, if you do ask me. Abacar, Luminios, and Caldeth have disputed who owns it for quite some time. Should you all choose to venture there and secure something from there for me, I will reveal the locations of 3 individuals who you'll want to know are here as well. Sound fair? Of course, you also don't have to take it. This is not a do it or die kind of situation.
Why do I get
How
the
would
feeling
we-
like those 3 people are like hostage, and we actually have to do this?
We both know.
So
that's
if
a
What?
lie.
I
Death
would
isn't
never take
the-
hostages.
Can I roll an insight, like deep into my mind,
Yeah,
on this one?
Arthur
I'm
says
pretty sure
out
Because my
loud,
previous-
already
we
knows
both
that he
know
takes
that's a
hostages.
lie.
Go
Well,
ahead and
yeah.
make insight checks.
But I also was a wild card.
Tokuga is gonna like look at
7.
him a little bit suspiciously. Okay, so it might not be like a do it or die situation, but like, what's the catch? Because there's
Do it,
there's,
they
there's gotta
die.
be a catch.
Well, you get me this item, I give you their location. Simple as that.
It doesn't seem that simple. That island is at least a
Yeah,
day's travel
like-
from the port.
What's the item? What is it?
And it
Where
seems
is
like
That's
it?
you're
true.
hiding something.
What exactly do you plan to do once you have it? That's my question.
That's
The
a good
King
question.
of Spades is
Hmm.
entombed on Demon's Point. I have no choice, no ability to be able to bring him back. But the item that I created for him is one of a kind. I would like it returned to me so I could choose a new king.
Can I roll to see it? Like,
Hmm.
sorry, go ahead.
So, are you telling me like
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Can I roll insight to see?
if you
want
wanna do your insight thing first.
like determine if that's all he wants, or if he's like hiding something from us?
Sure. Sure, make an
Yeah,
insight check.
that's an 11.
This is a very trustworthy man.
so like
No,
are you telling me like
no, you can't really get a read on him. Go ahead.
are you telling me these cards have like powers or something to them?
Oh, yeah, sure. Each one of them does.
Like what does this one do then?
Throw it in the
I-
air.
I used one like it. Oh,
Donna's just gonna kind of toss it up in the air.
It turns into a beautiful long sword midair.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, hey, you have a magic sword too.
That's kind of cool. I guess magic really does exist. Yeah, apparently. Although I think this is like Chris Angel, like he might
I
be
mean, I
messing
see
my
it
mind
too.
or something. He's just gonna pick up the sword and toss it up again.
It turns back into a card.
That's
Turns right
weird.
back
Are
into
you
a
the
card.
Chris Angel? Are you like mind freaking me right now?
I
think
promise
Chris Angel
you,
just paid people.
I promise
to
you,
say that
I
the
am
jokes
no
were-
angel.
Yeah,
That'd be that one over
makes
there.
sense, I guess.
You see Kosika is like fully hiding behind Althea right now.
Irani's gonna pick up the diamond pocket it.
I'll put up an arm just to kind of like make sure she's kind of her way is blocked and That's all you want to do is find a new king for your items.
So what is the King of Spades
That's it.
responsible for?
Simple as that. Well, the king of each suit leads the different factions of my wild cards. The King of Hearts, known as Laughter, is one. The King of Clubs, known as Punchline, is another. I have not had a King of Spades in quite some time.
Yeah, but like, what does he do? Because like, all sports teams have like positions, and every position has like a job, right? So, what is the King of Spades position? Like, what's his job?
The King of Spades is a traveler. Goes about talking to other kings and queens, monarchs, dukes and duchesses, and gets to know them. Sees how they might help or advise in any particular way. Sort of my mouth and ears.
Yeah, so I heard somebody else ask, why don't you just pay somebody else to do it? Why is it got to be us?
Well, my dear friend Dolly says that you all need something to do, all of you guys together. So, she said something about a ball or a dance or a date night or whatever. I think a quest. So I figured I'd give you the option. I could just pay somebody to do it or get one of my other wild cards to do it, but I figured this would be more interesting. Don't you?
There's no way we'd be able to get out to Demon's Point and return in time for the ball. You're saying for us to choose?
Oh, no. By all means, have your ball.
Can
Not
you
after.
swear that these people that we're looking for are not being held captive against their will, getting hurt, being tortured in an uncomfortable situation, doing something that they don't want to do? And he just like starts to list like a whole series of not pleasant situations.
I can swear to you that I have
Yeah, but
had
has
no
anybody
part
else?
in that happening to any of them. Well, I can't really swear by anyone else, huh? I can tell you that I didn't do it, and I can tell you that I didn't order it.
Can I roll
I
insight
suppose that'll
again?
probably have to be enough.
Jesus.
Sure.
It's a 9.
Only a 14.
Yeah, this guy's telling you the truth. So, have we got a deal?
Do we know who the individuals are?
What individuals are?
The 3 that you mentioned.
Oh, the 3 that you're looking for. Well, that you should be looking for.
Yes, I was wondering who those might be.
As in, are they related to us? Are they people that we have met before? Are they strangers
Remember that person I was asking you about?
that will shift political alignments?
Arthur? Your childhood friend arrived here 3 days ago.
I see.
Looks across. Colin? Your transient friend arrived here 4 years ago. And looks over at Althea. My? Your killer arrived here 12 hours ago.
My. Well, I do have. That's definitely an interesting concept. I forgot that it had to have been a person driving that vehicle.
Driving a what?
Vehicle.
So, you, taking my quest?
I would say, for the sake of the friends that you all have, I think it might be a good idea.
Oh,
Like,
I
if
absolutely.
will
you
look
guys
to
go,
Arthur to
I can
see
go.
if he's fuming.
I'm also gonna take note of the fact that Arthur is
Okay.
fuming. We have to decide right now. Can we, like, convene on this after the ball?
Oh, by no, by all means, take your time, decide, have fun at your ball. 3,
Yeah, let's wait
give me
on
a
this.
shout whenever you have your decision made.
Yeah, like, we guess we can call you if I'm the 3 that you're talking to.
Oh, and,
Nice.
as a parting gift, the advisor twirls his hands, and, Arthur, he holds out a stick to you. A stick! Notice it's a stick that looks oddly shaped like a sword.
Oh, I remember that stick.
I told you, Arthur. You didn't believe me then, but I told you what your curse would mean. Looks like you found the sunlight. And he drops the stick at your feet and disappears.
He will pick up the stick. He's like shaking with anger.
Anastasia will, I guess, come close and place her
He
hand
tenses
on
up
his shoulder.
briefly and then sees that it's you, and you see him relax. I mean, it's right there and I couldn't do anything. He's just gonna play with me like this forever.
He might. He is a being that is capable of playing with any of
Shouldn't.
us for as long as he wishes.
No one should just be allowed to do the kind of things he does and get away with it.
Yes, it's difficult to accept the whims of immortals.
We could have patched things up with her. We could have gotten back together and then... I don't know, maybe me dying would have got them to finally talk again or something. I mean, it's not ideal, but it... I could... maybe it's for
I
the
wish I could
best.
have
I
known
was
you
kind of a
before.
stick in the mud.
You're always my favorite stick in the mud, though.
Well, speaking of sticks, she will hold his
He will
stick up to
bow
Arthur
graciously
as if
and
offering
accept
him a sword. Today I pronounce you my knight.
It's quite an honor,
Even if it's only honorary.
my princess. And then Arthur will notice...
Can I give him a slight bump to see if he can?
You see Kosaka. You see Kosaka gives you a slight bump,
I'm
Dokuga,
gonna bump.
and is just
I'm gonna take
sketching
that
away
momentum and bump
frantically.
into Arthur to get him to bump into her.
Ah! Oh no!
All right, yeah, we're gonna make it. Yeah, you're gonna make a dex saving throw, Arthur.
15?
Yeah, you get bumped into your back and kind of like spin into Anastasia.
I
So why
think...
don't you go ahead and describe exactly what happens there?
yeah, I think as he falls towards Anastasia, his first and immediate thought is, I can't let her hit the floor. So he grabs onto her waist and like twists the two of them so that he lands with his back on the ground. Oh. Ow.
Colin just starts clapping.
And then yeah, he
Dokuga just
The whole
starts
time
clapping.
she's just blushing and like stunned.
and then Arthur opens his eyes after wincing and sees that the princess's face is very close to his own. And blushes in turn. Yes. Yes.
I guess we should be going.
Don't we have to meet Serafina and her sister?
Yeah,
I
let's
think,
go.
back at the inn for the ball.
Yes, we can go there next. As she like pats
we're
her
fine.
cheeks.
I'm fine.
Are you guys
I don't
like
mean
okay?
To speak for you, princess.
You look a little flushed.
Yes. We're both fine. She's fine.
No, I'm fine as well. You were right.
She's okay.
Yeah, you are.
I kind of doubt that, but if you say you're okay, then I guess you're okay.
It's a ball.
Let's go get dressed for this ball or prom or whatever it is.
That's actually tomorrow night, but there are plenty
damn
of
it.
stores where if you are looking for
It's like
nice
that
dresses,
moment
we
once
could
again.
find something for you.
That Dokuga
I gotta make sure I compliment
is reminded that he like has requested Cam to be his date, and so his face like turns colors again. But I wonder if he's answered. this person
If who answered?
that I met on the way here fix the ground, and I thought he would be a fun person to go to the ball with. Fix the ground some more.
Oh?
Donna's gonna put all 6 hands up to her face, like her actual hands and like her spider hands, and be like, "Oh my god, you have a crush?
Just like
And you
grins,
invited him to
you
the
know?
prom?"
Aw. Aw, it's nothing to be embarrassed
Attaboy.
about, Dokuga.
He is.
I bet you get super cute.
This will definitely be a
Yes,
wonderful
certainly. I mean, I was
change of things.
already
It
looking forward to the
sounds like
ball,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
it's now that I know that all of you are going as well, it should be quite the time. Well,
I wasn't even sure if I was going to see you
yeah,
at the ball, and I'm happy to
I
see
did
you
have
now,
to
and
thank you for
I look
the
forward to seeing you then.
swords, after all. Could not have been easy convincing your father to send these to me.
You're
Well,
right.
I
It
mean,
was
I
not
hope
easy
you don't mind
convincing
my
him.
saying, but I hope I can prove him wrong.
I look forward to that as well.
Yes, we should probably not keep dragons waiting. That's
All right.
a
Well, I
so-
think we
bad
have
idea.
some dragons to meet back at the inn.
Yeah.
Speaking of drinks, we
I
have
gotta
to
make sure
see if we
Bessie's
can
not
find
drinking
some
a
of those
barrel.
like super cheap, like little bottles of alcohol that we could like smuggle in and spike the punch with. To make it
that
like
was-
the real prom experience.
Or we just pregame.
Wow.
There will be alcohol at the ball.
Oh,
A great
hell
number of the
yes.
people there will be
Sure.
of age. I assume all of you are
Let's
of
get-
age.
Good question. What was the drinking age of Culture Board?
It's
Vips?
18.
Yeah.
In Cal Death, I guess the drinking age probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drinking age in Cal Death is generally for like humans and humanesques is about 16.
I don't know if the dragons would notice or care too much if we spiked their drinks.
Yeah, like Bessie was telling me that it's a 50-50 shot of whether or not drinking a barrel of alcohol will get her like drunk enough, because apparently dragons have 4
Yeah.
livers.
We have special
Bet you didn't know
brands
that
of
one.
undiluted wine.
I mean, I guess
that
it's
we
not too
reserve
many.
for
That's probably
dragons
good to
and
have that
such.
many. But
Very high alcohol content.
I start feeling my gut to see if I can count how many livers I have.
ooh,
I mean, yeah, they have like
sounds
4
interesting.
livers.
Your livers are on your other side.
Make a medicine check with advantage from Arthur.
21.
If anyone
Is
can,
that thing that
Dokuga
people
will
can do
certainly
is feel their
try.
own organs inside of them?
I don't know.
No.
I get the Steven Universe eyes.
Dokuga,
I
you
can
have at
drink
least
so
2.
much. I have at least 2.
How many, Bestie?
Hell yeah! And then I go to give her a high
Hell
five.
yeah, Bestie, me too! And I'm gonna go for a high five.
Let's get fucking wasted.
Yeah!
I wonder if the toxins would just be reduced
God.
through your skeleton or your exoskeleton, right?
Maybe? I don't know. I haven't been in this body long enough to like fully understand it.
Oh, that's right. You said that you've recently awoken here.
Yeah, like I just learned that magic exists in this card to
Yes.
sword, and apparently
Yes, Araini, magic
I
is
can walk up
real.
walls.
Does coffee exist here? Because I have a feeling we all might need it after a night of drinking.
So, when Kosuka was watching over Althea, before Kosuka saw there was a show called a anime where they had a time where they went out into the woods and they tested their abilities. Maybe that would be a good idea.
Wait, they have anime here.
No, this is when I was watching Althea before Althea
I'm familiar
died.
with the test of courage trope, but
Okay,
it's
interesting.
Now, does Anastasia know Althea since she was like a high-profile figure?
She with the mention of the name, yeah, but like you wouldn't have met because she's been missing for almost her whole life.
Okay.
And so
but it's like a name she recognizes.
A name you recognize. So with that name drop, you would be able to figure out pretty quickly Althea, the elementalist wizard who was a peacekeeper amongst Walate Cask.
Oh, that's so strange. The peacekeeper died and you reincarnated into their body.
Yeah, it seemed like she was working on something, and I happened to find her notebook. I wasn't too sure if I should just take her spot or what to do, so...
That is a great deal of influence that you have.
Influential?
That's what it seems like so far.
Are
Makes
we
me a bit
all,
nervous, but
influential people?
thankfully
I'm
she
a
left the book
prince.
behind.
She's a princess, and you got the funky card thing going on with like
No.
advisor guy.
I mean, I also have this book too, but I haven't looked inside. Now, for the first time ever, I'm going to look inside the book.
And I'm just
Yeah.
And Kosuka's an angel.
my family's, pretty
That's true.
high nobility. They own a vineyard. I wouldn't necessarily say, important. Cool.
Yeah. You're definitely a noble. Your estate is very well known. Much of the nobility of the area is frequently visits your banquets.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are kind of talking and walking towards the Darkpaw Inn, and you guys manage to make it up towards the actual inn
Arthur will
itself by the
hold
time you
the
reach this
door
point in the
open.
conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bestie.
So you all walk in and you all see that there is an entire corner section of the tavern that has a bunch of chairs and stuff sat at it, and that whole section has people that you all know sitting at it. So in there you see Seraphina, Deirdre, and Hihakia all gathered together with 3 separate barrels of ale on the table. Nestled in between Hihakia and King Destin, you see Cam, who just looks like a nervous wreck right now. You see King Destin there as well. You also see Dorn and Silver on the opposite side of Cam. And finally, you see
Oh,
the you see your mother, Arthur, who is on the opposite side of Silver, just sipping a glass of wine. And definitely the least rowdy of everyone there. What do you all do? As it doesn't look like they have immediately noticed you yet.
Bestie, you're not supposed to drink the barrel right away. Sip.
Betty! As she waves at you, and immediately everyone's eyes move to see you all there. And you see King Destin like bright red streaks across his face from trying to keep pace with the dragons.
Yes, we
Ah!
have your majesty.
Everyone's returned
He'll
safe.
nod to him and then kind of stand by his mom
Father?
and give her a kiss on the cheek. Hi, Mom. Yes, I'm fine. We took care of it.
Hey, sweetie,
Everything's
are you
fine.
okay? I heard about what happened.
Things, I think things are looking pretty good. Okay.
You see King Destin kind of gestures to the chairs. Please sit down, everyone.
I'm gonna sit right next to Bestie.
So you would have to nuzzle in between. You would have to nuzzle in between. Who would it be? Yeah, Hahakia and Seraphina,
Give
or
me
Deirdre and Seraphina.
Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
All right.
Oof.
She's gonna sit in an empty chair, kind of be upset that she can't sit next to Bestie.
Okay.
Anastasia will take a seat, curtsying as usual to the dragons and the lady, and I guess Dokaga's guardsmen that are present.
Lord Dokuga, we brought Cam as you requested, and if I do say so, Lord Dokuga,
He turns.
we picked
that
you out
color
one
again.
stellar of an outfit.
Thanks, Doran. I appreciate it. You too, Silver. And then he'll waggle his fingers.
Sure. Of course, Lord Dokuga. I even, just for you, as he slams his drink down on the ground, my brave and noble Lord Dokuga, I even broke the
Just,
ice
like,
for you
turns a
and
bright
said
shade
that you
of that
fancied
color.
young Cam here.
Thanks, Doran.
And what's more, Lord Dokuga, I even learned from Cam here through persistence that Cam here also has mutual feelings. He slams his drink down again.
Oh yeah, Bestie, get him.
You see Silver's head is in her hands
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And
if
Cam
it's
is just
possible to
slinking
glow,
further and
like,
further down.
He would be glowing right now with the blush. And he just one more time. Thanks, Doran. And then he'll like come to sit with them at the table, and like he waves.
Of course, Lord
a little
Dokuga.
bit, like waggles his fingers a little bit to Cam. He's like, "I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Mistakes were made." And then he'll like try to find a seat with them somewhere.
So you all kind of sit down. See King Destin looks over at you, Arthur.
What might that be, sir?
It's a shame. No, it's a... You see, he kind of like glances around, tries to like get his senses back about him and fails. And looks at you and says, I. No one has been good enough. No one's been good enough for my dear Anna. You came close. But no one's been good enough.
I'm
I will
sure
roll my
every
eyes and,
father
like,
who has ever walked the face of the
I
earth
guess, like,
has
scoot
thought that
away.
about their daughter.
Let me ask you. As you see that he kind of straightens himself out, looks at you dead on, you see your mother is kind of like eyeing the tension right now.
Father?
Do you think you're good enough?
You don't have to answer that. You've been drinking. Don't make trouble.
Well, that's the curious thing about love, sire. Is that while I do personally think that it's noble to strive to be worthy of love, fundamentally speaking, it can't be earned. It's a gift, given and received freely, like any other gift. One can no more be worthy of love than one can be worthy of a sunny day. It simply happens. Though, of course, again, I think it's noble to try and be worthy of it.
Anastasia will be blushing again.
You see your father kind of turns to you, Anna. I can't say that I don't see why you like this one. Very well.
Certainly.
Let us, you and I, speak
sir.
tomorrow night after the ball, Arthur.
He blushes a little bit. I suppose I'll have a barrel myself. Arthur pulls up a whole barrel and starts drinking. He is a monk, so he's completely immune to poison and disease, so this doesn't affect him at all, but he's trying.
You see that King Destin's eyes finally roll over everyone else at the table and meet yours, Althea. And he's like, oh, either I'm too drunk or the Lady Althea's back from the dead.
Your eyes are not failing you, Your Highness. I'm right here in front of you. I apologize for anyone thinking that I had passed. I had sent something ahead, but it seems some events kind of got excited in the way.
Magic and those who wield it always work in mysterious ways. And tell me, Lady Althea, have you come to us in a moment of dire circumstances or one of prosperity?
I suppose it's somewhere, I'm not quite sure, maybe somewhere in between. I came to see if there was anything, if everything was okay, and I had learned I had been gone far longer than for quite some time.
You see Deirdre kind of laugh next to you. It's definitely not peaceful times, King Destin. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I really don't see what we need to argue about this for. Honestly, everyone, seriously, just calm down, okay? We don't really have anything to worry about from them. They're nothing but a bunch of sun elves, after all.
Well,
You.
I
Okay
drank
there,
half
Arthur?
this barrel and I feel fine. He's gonna keep drinking.
How are you doing, bestie? Seraphina kind of looks over at you, Irene.
I'm doing like okay. I mean, I'm sipping, which is something you should be doing too. Um, because I'm not trying to get like too super drunk, but I gotta do some reading later. Trust me, when you sip, it's great.
Okay, whatever you say, bestie.
Plus, I mean, if you have 4 livers, I mean, maybe chugging every now and then is fun. Do what's best for you.
And
How are you?
How are you, Kelsey? Haven't seen you since the hot springs.
Yes. Well, I'm more clothed than I was when we came upon the corpse. No, I'm doing well. I'm just thinking about Kadir.
You see, Hakia laughs. And what the fuck are you worried about that tool for?
Well, I had been told that myself, and I guess now Dokuga as well, were not the greatest of allies to Kadir. I'm wondering if we should perhaps find a way to disguise ourselves before their arrival.
You see that Hakia looks over to Princess Anastasia. Stay, Princess. Would you mind if my dear brother Kadir got out of hand if I were to let him sample the flavors of your soil?
I think we could maybe make an arrangement.
Don't worry about it, Kelsey. You either, Dokuga. You're not in Kadir's land. He can't mess with you here. Especially not with me around.
I'm just worried it might get a little feisty. Of course, fighting a dragon, or after all, having beef with a dragon could lead to some rather unsavory results. As Kelsey kind of looks at Seraphina. Not to say that they aren't at times justified, but...
Huh? Oh, what did I do?
Don't worry
the
about it,
dead...
bestie.
You're good. No, you didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Right.
As they all kind of go back. Sorry. They all kind of go back to their drinking and just vibing in general with each other. With that, we're gonna have a short cut away. Just outside the Dark Paw Inn. Irene, you go out to kind of stretch your feet and get some fresh air and stretch for a second because it's getting kind of stuffy in there. As around the corner, someone slips over towards you. You see he's got this green hair that kind of falls just past his eyebrow, darker complexion, these bright green eyes. He's wearing this black cloak with this very light green trim. As he kind of looks over to you, says, "Well, 3, did you manage to find the target?"
Maybe.
"Don't play coy
Do I know who
with
the
me. I paid you well for
do I
this
know
job."
do I know who the target is?
Why don't you make a history check? Disadvantage.
Would it be in the book?
Did you read the book?
I was going to on the at like the draw while I was waiting for other people because I pulled out the book, made mention, and then I was like, for the first time ever, I'm gonna look in the book.
Okay. Then just roll straight. No disadvantage.
Wait, do I have it? Is the target a fiend or undead?
No.
Shit. All right. Shit. 13.
A vague memory of seeing a name written on a piece of parchment that was then lit on fire runs back to you, and you see the name Destin von Caldath.
Like, I haven't found the target yet.
Well,
I'm still like
the
looking.
ball's tomorrow, so get in there and kill him. Do you
Well,
understand?
what if? Yeah, but like, what if I don't want to kill him?
I already
Maybe I'm
paid you
in.
for this job.
Maybe I'm in it for like the long haul.
Do not play with me, 3. Your master may scare me, but you are no more than an insignificant piece of paper.
You have like no right to talk to me like that. But
Don't I?
whatever.
You see, he kind of lets this poison just kind of foam at his mouth and fall from his open mouth through his teeth.
I'm gonna reach my side hand down 9 at my hip. But I don't think you want this heat. So either you back off and let me do my thing, or we do this and it's not going to be good for you.
Be it done, or I
Yeah,
will
whatever.
take matters into my own hand, and you will suffer the consequences.
Yeah, whatever. And she's going to go back inside.
And he swishes his cloak and walks away. And as you head back inside, you see that Dorn and Silver are both showing off the outfits that they got. However, they are both extremely drunk up on top of the table, and they're wearing each other's outfits.
You guys
instead.
like clapping for them?
Y'all look fantastic up there.
Woo! This is because Lord Dokuga is the best lord there is.
No offense
No
taken.
offense to all you others
I'd
out
agree with
there,
that
but
statement.
Lord
And he
Dokuga
kinda
is where it's
playfully taps Dokuga. Ah.
You see that King Destin is just dead asleep on your shoulder, Arthur. And your mother is just kind of sitting there quietly, rather quietly, as you all are just kind of wrapping this up. And as you are sitting there, you all kind of get a little tired, get ready for hitting the hay before your long day tomorrow. And You see that Deirdre has reserved rooms for everybody here, save for Arthur and Anastasia since they already, live here. So what do y'all do? Start with Kelsey.
Well, I suppose I take Deirdre aside and just say, I did pay for my own room earlier.
Oh, yeah, I just extended it for a little bit longer. I hope that wasn't rude or forward of me.
No, you'd like me to stay around a bit longer then, yes?
Yeah, if you don't mind, that is. I don't know if you can put up with the likes of me.
Oh, I have quite enjoyed our time together. I was wondering, do you think truly, even though it's not Kadir's realm, that I'm free to feel safe?
Well, if Hahaki is pledging to protect you, then I think so, yeah. Whatever you did, you
All
got her.
right.
Whatever y'all did with her, you got her pissed off. She hasn't been this pissed off in quite some time.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe you shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Tell me.
That's fair. That's fair. Very fair. Well,
Uh, yeah, I guess I'm gonna head to bed.
I was going to say, and maybe this is too forward of me, that we were a bit interrupted back at the hot springs.
Room 7.
Really?
As she walks off. And just kind of releases the front of your armor and walks off.
I grab the probably like flagon of ale that I had before and just down it quick and skitter along.
Um Irani. Serafina is like holding on to your arm and sobbing. Bestie, it wasn't even a clean kill. I'm so sorry.
Bestie. No, bestie, to be honest, like, you really shouldn't kill people because they disagree with you. This time it's like, okay, because he was a bit of a scumbag. But maybe try talking to them and dishing out punishment that isn't death?
I'm so sorry, Bessie. I just thought you would think I was
No,
cool.
I already thought you were cool, Becky. You were able to drink a barrel of alcohol. And you have 4
Like,
livers. That's pretty fucking cool in my book.
but like, you don't think like I'm like weird?
No.
You
I
really
mean,
mean
I've
that,
seen.
Bestie?
Of course, bestie. Us girls gotta stick together, right? And she's gonna do like a little like hip check, but it's gonna be a little too aggressive with the thorax.
Thank you, Bessie. You're the best.
No, you're the best. Not the bad.
Oh, bed sounds nice. Do you think they serve waffles in the morning? I want
They
some
might.
waffles.
Is Leon behind the counter?
Leon is currently working the like closing out the kitchen aspect of everything. So no, not right behind the counter.
All right. Is there somebody at the counter?
Pepper's over there, yeah.
Pepper, could you be a doll tomorrow and make sure that this one gets waffles?
I would love to get some waffles set for tomorrow. Consider it done.
Thank you.
Of course. Good night.
Give me a Can we also get some water?
Yeah, I can send some water up.
Thank you. She's gonna need it. That hangover tomorrow might be a bit rough.
Of course.
All
With
right,
that, we'll cut
Bessie, what
over
room number?
2, I think.
All right, get you
Yeah,
there.
2.
I'll take her to room 2.
Oh,
With that, we'll cut over to Dokuga. See, Cam's finally just kind of sitting there, like winged arms, like tucked to hold like his whole chest.
hey, I'm
Um,
sorry.
hey.
I hope they didn't bully you into saying yes.
No, it was more like,
Oh my god.
well, it was more like
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
a kidnapping and confession kind of deal. Hey, no, it's okay. It's
I should have.
kind of just wish you would have came and asked me.
Can we do a start over?
Yeah, we can do a start over. Hi, I'm Cam.
Hello, Cam. I
Knight
am
and outrider of
Dokuga.
Galdeath.
Nice to meet you, officially. And he'll like hold his hand out to like shake hands. I know
This is
you can shake it. Shake it. It's fine.
I'm I'm just gonna take Dell's advice.
No, she doesn't. Don't
Arthur,
listen
by
to
the way, your
her.
sister gives great advice. Just heads up. As Cam pulls you in, swirls you into him, dips
Yeah,
you, and
there's
kisses you right
lots
there.
of color in his face. How many people are around us right now?
Yeah, there's Arthur, the drunken sleeping King Destin. There is Althea, the Princess Anastasia, Kosika, who is currently sketching furiously.
He's somewhere
Pepper,
between highly
who is
enjoying this and also kind of
cleaning
suffering.
the tables.
But then, like after a second, he just returns it and decides it's like there's no point in suffering. This is great. This is what I wanted. Gonna like put his arms around him.
As he kind of like swings you back up and lets go of the kiss. I'll
Yeah,
be by
that
tomorrow to
sounds
pick you up
Great.
for lunch.
So good.
Alright.
Oh,
I gotta go finish the midnight to 7 a.m. shift.
Well, thanks. You too.
Yeah. Sleep tight, okay? He just plants a soft kiss on your forehead and grabs his bow and heads off.
Swoons. He's like, that was amazing. Ugh.
What do you do from there?
Then he looks.
Yes, it
He's
was.
gonna look
That's
right
my
at
Lord
Darn
Dokuga.
and Silver,
right
and he's
there.
like,
King of romance.
"You guys are wonderful. Please don't kidnap anybody again." I'm gonna need you to promise.
I can make no promises, Lord Dokuga.
Thank you.
I promise on his behalf, Lord Dokuga. As you see Silver start easing Dorn up into his room. What do you do from there?
Has Oh yeah, no, never mind. I already remembered. I think I'm probably also just gonna go to bed. I'm gonna like say goodbye to everybody. Before I do that.
Have a good night, Colin. Or Dokuga.
Yeah, you too, my guy. And good luck. He like shoulder checks him a little bit.
Rest well.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Nice
night,
to
Prince Dokuga.
talk to you guys. He says it in like the way that like he's trying not to like uncover that he's not who he says he is, but also like wants to make sure everybody knows that he appreciates meeting them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And with that, we cut over to Althea and Kosuka. And Kosuka kind of looks over at you, Althea. It's like,
Well, it's a long day.
Definitely an eventful one, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's probably time for us to go get some sleep, huh?
I think that might be a good idea. Probably grab one drink and head up to bed.
Yeah. Kosuka thinks that's a good idea.
All right. Well, if that is the case, I bid you all a wonderful evening, and I'm glad those of you who
Same to you,
weren't
Althea.
walking with us before, I'm glad you made it here safe, and I hope you continue to have a good night.
Yes, have a wonderful night.
and Arthur, you see your mother kind of sit up. Selwyn just kind of helps King Destin to his feet and says, I will get your father back home. You looks at both of
thank you, Mother.
Take your time. As she slips out the door with King Destin like over her, like
I'm sure
his
he
arm
brought
over
some
her
knights
shoulder,
with
so
him if
to
you need
support
help,
him
Mother.
while he stumbles back home. And
I was expecting to have to drag him home
yes.
myself.
yeah, your sister's outside with a caravan. And now it's just you two and Pepper over up in the corner finishing cleaning off the dishes from the night.
We have the place to ourselves. Yeah,
Yes, it seems
and now
like
it's
it.
just
It was so lively a few moments ago.
quiet. It's nice.
It is.
You flatter me.
Particularly the company.
To be honest, I kind of like hearing you flatter me. Should missed you too.
I've really missed you.
I've
The last few years have been pretty tough.
I've had a few struggles past few years. I actually tried the Flare Knight certification. Yeah. I mean, my teacher said, "What are you, crazy?" And
really?
"You're definitely going to die." But I made it through, and then I sent the certification along with a letter to your father, and he said that it was appreciated but unnecessary. That he had better prospects in regards to knights to choose from.
See.
After that, certainly.
I think maybe he should
After that,
reconsider.
I admittedly grew kind of listless. All drive and ambition kind of flowed away from me, and I felt really empty. And, believe it or not, I was in a throuple for a time, and they both broke up with me at the same time, both of them. Yeah, it was. Imagine hearing,
Oh,
"It's not you, it's us," but we both know it's really you. That's the problem. Like twice, it's I don't blame them, and
I can't
and
even.
they're a good couple together. I'm really happy that they've found happiness. Yeah, I discovered a lot about myself, but
Were you happy with them?
admittedly, there was something lacking. Or I should say, I'll just come out and say it. They weren't you.
She'll sigh in relief.
It does
I was
occur
kind
to
of
me
hoping that's
now
where that was going.
I didn't answer your question. Back at the lake with the crocolisk, as to what I thought of in regards to our potential engagement, and
That's right.
well, I have to be honest with you. I am polyamorous to an extent. Usually not more than one or two or three partners, but two's really closer to my limit than. But in any case, that's a part of who I am, and I just want to be clear and honest with you, because
I see.
I know that that's not for everyone, and I wouldn't. And it's important to be clear and honest, especially with people that you